Alright students, here are two concepts that have confused a few people and have shown up on a couple of projects. It's gradualism, right here, yeah, gradualism, and punctuated equilibrium. That was squeaky. So, gradualism and punctuated equilibrium. Let's look at what this is. We know that evolution happens because we got all sorts of evidence that we can use in everything we've talked about in class. But we know that things change through time. Not only can we watch it like day to day, if we put some bacteria and we give them a poison that kills some of them, but a couple survive, those couple have a lot of kids, and then their kids tend to survive the poison better. That is evolution. Same thing, we can find fossils of old humans, and we know that we currently, as humans, are taller than we used to be. And it's not just food, but that humans in general, no matter how well you feed them, now they can grow taller than they used to, because we've already evolved a little bit over, 100,000 years or 300,000 years. Gradualism and punctuated equilibrium are two theories about how that change happens. Well, let's look at giraffes here, because we use those for a lot of things. We know that in a long time ago, we found tiny giraffes that were short, had short necks, and now giraffes are tall, and they're not quite that tall, but you get the idea. So both of these theories are the idea of how evolution fills in the gap from the short giraffe to the tall giraffe. The first theory that people came up with is the easy one, and it has the word gradual right here in it, gradual, which means slowly. This is like a ramp into a pool. You slowly get into the pool. Look, I'm going down a ramp, okay? Nice and easy. That's gradualism. Gradualism for the giraffes and for evolution says that throughout time, over 1 million years or whatever, basically, yoink, yoink, don't, bonk. There we go. Musical giraffes. Some of them have their head in the wrong place. Whatever. Musical giraffes would be a fun game, but it's unrelated. Gradualism says that we went from a short giraffe to a tall giraffe by moving slowly through evolution. That is gradual. We gradually went from a short giraffe and it slowly turned to a tall giraffe, okay? Short to tall, and giraffes are perfect because they make an actual ramp. That's gradualism. What we now know that's more likely, that scientists have found more evidence for, that we can observe in nature, what seems to really happen is that punctuated equilibrium means that for the most part, here we go, punctuated equilibrium says that instead of it being a constant change, that equilibrium, which means things are balanced, tends to keep most stuff the same size. And then there will be a freak mutation, and we might as well have that word on here. We'll count it. Mutation. Mutation is a random change in your DNA that gives you an advantage that's useful. So, instead of every single giraffe trying to reach up for the tall branches, and the giraffes that can reach a little bit higher surviving, and so their babies are a little bit taller, and it always changes a little bit, for the most part, things will stay about the same. They're in pretty good shape. They're balanced. Because if they weren't balanced, they would either all die out, or you'd get too many of them, and it wouldn't be balanced for the environment. So for the most part, things will stay about the same. And instead of looking like a ramp into or out of a swimming pool, it looks like stairs into or out of a swimming pool. And punctuated equilibrium, punctuated, we use periods or punctuation in a sentence, because you'll be writing along, and then you stop, and you punctuate it, and you break up the sentence. Then we write along, and we punctuate it. We break up the sentence. That's basically what happens here, is that nature is writing a nice sentence, and the sentence is, giraffes are about this big. And partway through, some freak giraffe gets born that's got a weird mutation in it. For whatever reason. I don't know. There's something funny in the water. Their DNA gets changed. They suddenly have a mutation. Yoink. The first giraffe here has a mutation. The other short giraffes are like, haha, look at Larry the giraffe. He's way too tall. Look at the, you're a loser. You're too big. But Larry is like, yeah, well, I can reach the tall leaves. So when there's a drought and there's not much food, Larry survives better. And all the other giraffes are like, well, I'm really hungry and dying, and he's getting a lot of food. So then Larry goes off and has a lot of kids, because of course all the female giraffes are like, man, I really should go have babies with the tall giraffe that can eat food because he's healthier, you know, he's got a better fit and he's healthier. He fits the environment like pants and he's fit like healthy. So Larry, the freakishly tall giraffe, suddenly lives better, and now the species has changed and become taller. Now they'll chill at about the same place, and gradualism can occur, just like, I don't know, humans have changed color depending on where they've lived for the last 100,000 years. We now have white people, black people, Mexican, and you know, all different shades of skin color. And as we have different colors, we've changed a little bit. Giraffes here, maybe some of them get a little bit, you know, more brown spots, or they get more of the tan fur in between the spots. But there's not a really big change until one of these big steps, and then that is like punctuated equilibrium. So nature is writing the sentence of like, giraffes are this big. Then there's a period. And, you know, in the sentence, a comma, whatever, exclamation mark. Now giraffes are this big. And again, one of them has this weird tall baby that's really, really tall in this picture. But you have a weird tall baby, and everybody's like, haha, the new Larry is even weirder. He's taller than other Larry. And unfortunately, even taller Larry lives even better because he fits the environment better. He can eat more food. The female giraffes are like, man, I want to have his super freakishly tall babies. So they go have tall giraffe babies, and now all the giraffes end up tall because that's kind of how nature works, okay? So that's gradualism, like a ramp, going from short, slowly moving up to tall. And we have punctuated equilibrium, which is going from short, oh, freak tall Larry baby, oh, freak tall Larry baby, like stairs, okay? So, gradualism is gradual like a ramp. Punctuated equilibrium is everything is balanced. And then there's a period in the sentence. And balanced, it's like stairs instead of a ramp.